Alright, so what's going on, all these Sexi Messi Flexi Pexi motherfuckers? It's your boy T-Dub, and today I'm going to be making a little ramble about objective versus subjective, opinion versus fact, and how people on the internet tend to get these things mixed up a lot. Now, an objective opinion is pretty much an opinion where it's pretty much not an opinion. Like, there's something that's stated and people are using things that are stated or shown in their argument, and they're providing you with factual evidence, and there's only facts laid out on the table. Now, a subjective opinion is one that depends on the person. Like, there's like, what is a good game and what is a bad game? There's no objective, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, there's just no way to objectify that type of argument. It's all subjective. It's all dependent on the person and how they think, what they look for, etc., etc. Now, this sparked because I was having a debate with someone in my comment section about Raging Blast 2 versus Xenoverse 2, and they were pretty much saying how it was a fact that Raging Blast 2 had better combat, and I was saying, no, that's an entirely subjective opinion. While I'm not disagreeing with you, there are people that will disagree with you, and there is an argument to be made for the other side. Now, whatever you're saying is not a fact when there are people that can argue you. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts cannot be argued, opinions can. Like, when you're presented with facts, there's nothing you can do but accept the facts. If there are other facts that contradict those facts, then yes, you can argue them with them. But if you're sitting up here and you're talking about, oh, well, this game is better than this game, and that's an absolute fact, and then you have people that come in and they're like, well, I disagree because this, and this, and they can actually name reasons, I think you need to have the decency to respect their reasons. Now, while you may not agree with them, you need to respect the fact that they have an opinion and they have a voice just as equally as you do. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all nerds on the fucking internet talking about what we love to talk about. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. I just think there's a problem when people try to have their opinion be fact. And I'm not exempt from this. I've done this in the past, and I've been trying to stop doing it, at least make a conscious effort to stop doing it, because it's not the right thing to do. Like, it really peeves me off now when I see people state an opinion and then afterwards they be like, oh, well, this is an absolute fact, there's nothing you can do to argue this. And while I may not disagree with what they're saying, I still have to present them with the actual fact that, no, what you're saying is not a fact, it's an opinion, and it could be argued. And I think that's what we lack on the internet. We have a lack of respect for each other and for what each other think. Now, I don't think that most people that use the internet for information's sake, for keeping up with whatever they like, their hobbies, I don't think the majority of them are idiots. I think the majority of these people are actually very intelligent human beings. But the very intelligent human beings either tend to keep their mouths shut, or they tend to hang around in a very niche environment. The majority of the people you see, and this is why gamers especially have this negative stereotype, the majority of people that you actually see are actually the minority of people. Why do you think games like Call of Duty sell millions of copies and you only see a few 100,000 copies or a few 100,000 comments on one of the Call of Duty trailers? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you really compare those numbers, let's look at the amount of people that are actually being vocal about this versus the amount of people that are actually engaging in this type of game, and that's just one example. This could be for anything. This could be for movies, the anime community, I think we have to start learning to kind of ignore the vocal majority when trying to generalize people, because if you generalize people based on the vocal majority or the vocal minority, then you're going to give a false image to people that are actually not like that, who are in the majority, and they're going to start getting offended. And that's where, you know, lack of respectful opinions come in, because once those people get offended, then they start talking to you in an offensive tone, and then they start throwing whatever you think out the window, and then once they do that, you start throwing whatever they think out the window, and we just have this clash of ideas, and it's this cycle of people just spewing out hatred because of, well, honestly, ignorance. And they're not looking at the bigger picture, they're only looking at what they see directly in front of them, and what they see directly in front of them is not an accurate representation of what's actually the whole, you know. I hope that made sense to you guys, but that's really all I had to ramble on about today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. This has been your boy T-Dub, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.